Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Jaguar football program. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola, the Louisiana Lottery, Healthy Blue, Communities of Color Network, Tobacco-Free Living, The Grind Inside Quarters, and Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Hello and welcome to Week 5 of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. We come to you each week from The Grind Inside Quarters, located at the corner of Sherwood Forest and Coursey Boulevard. Of course, we want to invite you out about 12 o'clock, and we want you to come out and have some lunch with us and talk a little SU football each week after we shoot the show. Of course, we come on about 6 times a week. You can see the times there, and you can also catch us at your leisure on our Jaguar Football Show Facebook and YouTube channel. Coach, jumping right into it, great game in Mobile, Alabama for the fans. The Gulf Coast Classic between Southern University and Alabama A&M lived up to its billing. It was our first SWAC game of the year. We got the victory 29-27. And Coach, in the end, a safety was the difference in the score.
Well, there's, a 2-point conversion that failed for them, and defense really, after they scored 21 points, really started playing well. Again, we got behind and shaky start in the beginning, but I tell you, you got to like the way the football team fights for 60 minutes, and with that kind of effort, we got a chance to be successful.
Coach, your quarterback, John Lampley, had a real tough day at the office. He tossed 2 interceptions early. He was sacked 3 times, but he hung tough, and he threw for 2 touchdowns. And really moved the team offensively. What impressed me the most was his decision-making with his feet. At key times, he knew when to run the ball and really picked up chunks of yardage. 12 yards here, 8 yards there, 15 yards here. And to me, that was the difference of the game, his decision-making, not staying in the pocket and using his feet to escape.
Well, especially in man coverage, his team's going to play man coverage. If you lose the quarterback, there's nobody for him, and he was able to escape the pocket and really do a great job with his legs and getting us some key first downs, or at least putting the sticks in our favor. He's a dual threat quarterback, and he stands back there, and if you give him an open window, he will take off, and that's the good thing. And we've been telling him, 3 or 4 yards here and there is good. Get down, though. He's taking some unnecessary hits and need to work on that slide a little bit more, but he's growing, and as he grow and continue to get better, so will we.
Coach, 118 yards on 21 carries. Do you really want your quarterback leading your team in rushing?
Well, I think it's the scramble yards, and you really don't go into a game factoring those in. But when he's scrambling for 20 yards here, 12 yards here, it adds up. But at the end of the day, the ground game got to get going, but teams are taking that away. They're stacking the box and really trying to stop us from running the football because they know in the past we've been pretty good at running.
Well, let's jump into the highlights, Coach, and show the folks exactly what happened at Ladd Peoples Stadium in Mobile, Alabama. And here you see the Jaguars come out, and Lampley hits Craig for 7. He comes back, hits Menard for 6, which gives us a first down. Then Lampley, talking about using his feet, rushes for 14 yards, showing what he can do. He hands it off to Ben, who rushes for 22 yards. And, Coach, that young man had a good night for us.
Well, Ben is getting better every week. He's Mr. Reliable back there. He's understanding the running game and passing game. And usually when the ball's in his hand, we go get his best.
There you see Lampley moving the ball again. He fumbles. Catalon was jotting on the spot for the recovery. Then Stevens runs for 9. And then Lampley hits Craig for 10 and the first touchdown. Coach, we missed this extra point, and this is kind of becoming a theme. What we got to do to get better at that spot?
Well, it started out with a low snap, and, we just got to get the operation right. But Fontenot came in and did an excellent job. So probably look for him to be taking over the place kicking duties, especially pointing out the touchdowns.
Bentley from A&M runs for 49 yards to make the score 7-6. Lampley rushes for 8, then he's intercepted by A&M. And right now, Coach, the A&M Bulldogs are feeling really good about themselves at this juncture of the game.
Well, exactly. They taking turnovers in the short field, turning it into touchdowns, and then you look up at the scoreboard, you're behind in a football game, and where do you go from here?
Here you see Lampley sitting back in the pocket, Again, Coach, early on he made some mistakes, but it showed his character. He really turned it around later in the first half, and especially in the second half.
Well, I think it's a testament to the team. I think the team showed great character and composure throughout this football game, and they were battle tested and they hung tough.
Jaguars down 21-6 at this juncture, fighting back. Catalon catches one. Great defensive play right there, Coach. You had to be happy with the way your defense hung tight and didn't let the early scores get them down.
Well, and that's part of that composure we've been talking about. You just got to stay together. You got to regroup, refocus, and just play one play at a time. And there you see Lampley taking off again, getting out of bounds. And this was a crucial drive in the football game right here.
Absolutely, Coach. Smart decision by Lampley to use his feet. Unfortunately, we fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line. You hate to miss a scoring opportunity, but we turned it into 2 points, Coach, right here with this safety.
That's great penetration by that front line, and that defensive line came to place.
Here you see the Jaguars on the move again. I think that's Catalon catching the ball. That young man, if he gets the ball in his hands, Coach, he can be really dangerous.
Exactly, but here you go, another turnover, and they got the short field.
Well, there you see Lampley putting the ball on the ground with a fumble. Ultimately, we get the ball back.
This is a big play right here.
Absolutely, Coach. That roughing the kicker, Coach, to me was a difference in this game from a penalty standpoint. And this game had a lot of penalties, Coach.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, we had 6 penalties, and they were penalized 14 times. And I think you stole some yards in the penalty game, and that's part of that discipline. And that's what we tell our guys, man. We somewhere between 5 and 6 is a good average for a team. Anything below that, you're playing extremely well.
There you see a great pass from Lampley right there. The Jaguars are back in the red zone. This time, we actually take it in. So, again, Coach, challenging first half for the Jaguars. But ultimately stayed together.
Yeah, 20-15 at the half, and you feel anytime you can score points right before the half, you feel pretty good about the momentum, and it's a ball game. And when you come out, I think you'll see a different team in the second half.
Well, when we come back, we'll look at the second half highlights on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Welcome to the multiplier games. Multiply your winnings 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, 50 times. Win up to $200,000. Louisiana Lottery. Multiply your play.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Are you looking for some great food and to have a great time? Well, come eat, drink, play, and win at Quarters. We've got $7.99 lunch specials Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Or you can kick back after work with happy hour from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Then reverse happy hour from 9 p.m. to closing. Bowl, play laser tag and arcade games and eat some of the best food in Baton Rouge 7 days a week. Only at Quarters.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, of course, where we come to you each week from the Grind inside Quarters, located at the corner of Sherwood and Coursey. Come on out, have some lunch, talk some SU Jaguar football. Coach, let's jump into some of the second half. We're down 21-15 at the half. Coach, you had to tell your team something because at the half, they came back out like a totally different team in the second half.
Well, we fortunate to be in a ball game. I told them we took their best punch and Now it's time for us to go deliver one, and I really thought they responded well, and they were upbeat at halftime. It's all about keeping your composure, and I think when you do that, it's enough chaos. Stay calm, make some adjustments, rally the troops, and let's go see how this thing turned out. And I really thought they came out in the second half and played extremely well.
Coach, I thought your defense played really stout in the second half. A&M did drop a couple of balls that probably could have been a difference of first downs and keeping the chains moving. But as you look back at film, where do you see the defense needing the most work, pass defense or the run?
Well, it really is just our eyes, man, just how eye discipline and just focusing on and trusting your teammates. The first touchdown they hit us with was a bad fit in the run fits, and the next touchdown they threw on the wheel route, which was bad eyes from the secondary. But if you just clean up those things, I'm telling you that they're playing with the right energy and passion. Now it's about doing it one play at a time and being consistent in our assignments. And once we get to that execution and get it up to where we want it, I think they got a chance to be pretty good this year.
Let's jump into those second half highlights and show the Jaguar Nation exactly what happened in the second half. They've got the ball. Jenkins has it, and it's a good stop by Champion and Williams right here. And then an incomplete right there, Coach. That was some good defense. Then Lampley hits Catalone for 15 to get the Jaguars moving. Ben comes back, and he rushes for 13. And right now the Jaguars are on the move because Ben's going to come right back, Coach, and get 14 yards. And that young man had a good day for you, Coach. Well,
punish and run him, man. Just run behind his pass. And I tell you, if you just keep falling forward and gaining yards, that running game go get going.
Lampley. We talked about good decisions. You taking what they gave him, 9 yards there, 9 yards here. Smart decisions totally by Lampley. Ben actually gets the touchdown here from 2 yards out. The kick is good by Fontenot. And right here, the Jaguars lead for the first time of the day at 22-21, Coach. Here is a great sack and fumble forced by the Jaguars. So we get the ball back on the short field. And there we go. We talked about Ben. There's 8 yards. And then Mims comes in, and he busts one for 25 right up the gut, Coach.
It's great to see that, man. Mims has worked extremely hard, and, you know, it's great to see him get rewarded with a touchdown.
Jaguars up 29-21 after Fontenot's kick. Then they've got the ball. A good hit by Foster right here, Coach. And then another good defensive play with a loss of 1 by Lunkins and Nash. And then good swarming defensive play right here, Coach. Coach, you know, you got to love it when your defense comes to play like that when 4 or 5 men are around the ball.
It's a great sign, and, you know, it's just, I tell them all the time, you know, when you get, the more hats you get to the ball, the better the defense is. And the energy, though, you can see the energy is there, and just playing with a lot of passion. And when you do that on the road, you got a chance to create that positive energy, and it was just great to see.
Lampley hits Menard for 9. He comes back and hits Trey Smith for 7. Then he uses his feet for 10. Then Mims guts him for 12. Lampley's going to hit Mackey for 15. And he's going to go back to Mackey for 7. And right now the Jaguars are clicking right now, Coach.
And that was a great catch right there. And the offense is moving the ball. And when they're doing that, you can see we're playing well as a team. And that's what it's going to take.
Coach, what happened on this blocked field goal right here?
Left side got a little short, created a short edge, and they was able to bend it and get the block.
Good defensive stop right here by Houston and Carter. They punt. We get the ball back. Ben rushes for 11. Unfortunately, we punt. We're back on defense. Gaines gets a good stop for the Jaguars. But unfortunately, the Bulldogs are actually going to score on this drive, Coach. They actually get another touchdown to make the score 29-27. But your defense was stout, and on the point after attempt, the Jaguars stuffed them. Ball game, 29-27 Jaguars, an exciting football game for the fans. Coach, you had to be happy with the turnout of that game.
Good crowd in Mobile. You know, it was a great atmosphere. Just, I really thought the city did a great job of putting on this game, and it sounded like everybody had a great time, and we're fortunate, blessed to come out there with a victory, and we look forward to the next challenge.
All right, when we come back, we're going to have our Alpha Media Players of the Week, as well as our Coca-Cola interviews on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Stay with us.
have 2 kids, and like any mom, I want them to be healthy. So I chose Healthy Blue for our Healthy Louisiana plan. We get all our Medicaid benefits and pharmacy and prescription drug coverage. But you know what I really like? I get rewards for taking my kids to their doctor visits.
Choose Healthy Blue. Call 1-855-229-6848 today. That's 1-855-229-6848.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums, and if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style, and most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Coach, of course, each week in this segment, we give you the Alpha Media Players of the Week. Who are the players of the week on offense, defense, and special teams?
Well, on offense, it was our running back, Devon Ben, who had an outstanding night. Defense, it was Julio Gaines, who is a leader back there in our secondary. And special teams, guy that did a great job on kickoff, Jordan Davis.
Now, is Julio Montavious' nickname?
Julio, that's Montavious' nickname.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day. Well, congratulations, gentlemen, on being the Alpha Media Players of the Week. Coach, after the game, you didn't let your players talk, so we actually caught up with defensive coordinator Trey Oliver, and of course yourself, and Joe Dupree filed this Coca-Cola interview.
Well, Todd, we're here with the head coach of the Jaguars. And, Coach, it's normally never, ever, ever you got 5 turnovers, and at the end of the game, you can say you come out victorious. We were looking forward to talking to some of the players, but you said no players. What happened?
Well, just an incident, just media, but it's okay. You know, that's what you have to do sometimes. Keep our guys focused. Got a young football team, so don't want no distractions from them. Just get them to do what we ask them to do, and they played their hearts out tonight, and that's really what it's all about.
Well, speaking of which, it seems to be a great adjustment was made. Like I said, 5 turnovers in the first half. Adjustments made. Looking at the offense, Ben did great. I mean, let me tell you, Ben had some wonderful numbers and came through with over 90 yards, caught 4 for 46 yards, another TD. What adjustments did you make, or what did you say to the team to make them come out with that fire and fury in the second half?
Nothing. We just felt like we took their first punch, and you know, the biggest thing is just making sure that we go out and continue to play with great effort. I thought that was the difference in the game. We sort of ran out of the gas late in the game, but I was happy with the effort. And I think if you keep playing with that great effort, you're going to have a chance to win football games.
Well, talking about a chance to win, as we move on to the SWAC, I'm telling you, the Dog Day defense, they earned the Dog Day defense title tonight. The defense was light outs. They were on the field a lot, but when they were needed, they showed up and they showed out.
Well, they jumped out on us 21-6. Our guys battled back. They get that look, and I was like, look, guys, just calm down. Make a play. Get off the field on 3rd down, and we'll turn this thing around. 2-point conversion there at the end with a chance to win a football game. You couldn't ask for no better group to be on the field, and hope that gives them some more confidence to come to practice and just get ready to just turn it up even more, because we know we got a tough opponent coming in next week.
It's been our barn burner here in Mobile, Alabama. We're here with the defensive coordinator, Trey Oliver. And Trey, looked like we couldn't get nothing right in the first quarter. What adjustments did the defense make as we went into that second half?
Well, we just had to settle down a little bit. They came out and really threw the kitchen sink at us, a lot of stuff we hadn't seen before, well, on film from them. And once the kids settled down and just started playing the game with their eyes, we started making some plays and we were in position.
Well, let's talk about the player Lumpkins. He had 8 tackles. What do you think was the difference, or what was said at halftime that made all of a sudden just everything switch and look like the dog day D jumped up and did what they do?
It wasn't any, hooting and hollering or throwing trash cans or water coolers. Guys would just settle down, see the pictures, play our fits, and just read our keys. And that was the big thing. Just settle down and read your keys, play the game with your eyes. They had a whole lot of motions and different shifts and formations, and the guys lost focus with their eyes. So once we did that, we were in position to make plays, and the guys did an outstanding job. Just keep playing.
Well, as we move on into SWAC, what can we expect from the defense?
We're just going to get better. That's it. We just want to get better, be 1-0 each week.
Well, you heard it right here, Todd, at the Jaguar Football Show.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Coach, and thank you, Trey. Coach, wrap up some of this A&M talk. A&M is a good team, and they're going to beat some teams, don't you think?
Very good team, sound in what they do. And, I think people look at the names and they look at previous teams, but each year it's going to be a different team. Each year is a different group of guys, and you can start the year out like you hot, and then all of a sudden you get to the thick of the schedule, and now it gets tough. So, there's some teams on this schedule that are very good that we got to play, and they're getting better as the year go along, and we got to continue to get better. So, looking forward for the next challenge, and I agree with you 100%. They're a very good football team, and they're going to beat some teams this year.
Coach, any injuries to be concerned about after the Alabama A&M game?
Not a lot of injuries. Cramped a little bit. The humidity for that game was high. But our guys have recovered well. We got Victory Monday off today, and hopefully they can be a lot fresher going into tomorrow's practice.
All right, when we come back, it's homecoming 2018 on the Bluff. Southern University plays the Alcorn State Braves at A.W. Mumford Stadium this Saturday. When we come back, we'll be talking homecoming on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Welcome to the multiplier games. Multiply your winnings 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, 50 times. Win up to $200,000. Louisiana Lottery. Multiply your play.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Are you looking for some great food and to have a great time? Well, come eat, drink, play, and win at Quarters. We've got $7.99 lunch specials Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Or you can kick back after work with happy hour from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Then reverse happy hour from 9 p.m. to closing. Bowl, play laser tag, and arcade games and eat some of the best food in Baton Rouge 7 days a week. Only at Quarters.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Coach, this weekend, homecoming 2018 is here. It's already started. There's a lot of buzz on social media about homecoming. And of course, homecoming means distractions for you, for your players, for the families, for girlfriends, everybody pulling at players, all kinds of events and activities. How do you and your staff deal with keeping the players focused on the game on Saturday and not all the ancillary events around homecoming?
Well, we've done it for some years now, and it's mostly just set the agenda. They know once we get to Thursday, it's all about what we need, and understand that the game is your homecoming. That's the big event for you, and that's where your focus needs to be. All the other activities are for the students and the alumni. So just trying to get them to understand that and try to keep them as focused as possible. It is a lot of distractions, but this is not the first rodeo. They know what's at stake, and they're going to be getting themselves ready, and they know they need to be focused in order to do the job that's at hand.
Coach, let's talk about the Braves. Coach Fred McNair and the Braves are coming in 3-1 after a 56-20 smackdown of the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils. What do we know about the Braves? What do they like to do on offense and defense this year?
Well, offensively, it starts with their quarterback. Noah Johnson has done an outstanding job of leading that group. They got a great running back. The running game is what they hang their hat on, and they got some very big receivers that, you know, they don't mind throwing it down the field. So it's going to be a tall order. They're an RPO type offense. You're going to have to play extremely well. And defensively, they're multiple. They're going to do all kind of line shifts, a lot of stunts up front with their D-line. And we're going to have to play. We're going to have to play extremely well and play smart and keep our composure and really get off to a great start, because this is a good football team and been a good football team for a long time in this conference.
Well, we need you, Jaguar Nation, in the stands to root for the kids on Saturday. So get out there and get yourself some tickets. When we come back, we'll wrap up this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
I have 2 kids, and like any mom, I want them to be healthy. So I chose Healthy Blue for our Healthy Louisiana plan. We get all our Medicaid benefits and pharmacy and prescription drug coverage. But you know what I really like? I get rewards for taking my kids to their doctor visits.
Choose Healthy Blue. Call 1-855-229-6848 today. That's 1-855-229-6848.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums, and if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style, and most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show. Of course, good luck this weekend for homecoming 2018 coach, and
Go Jags!